Yeah. Let's say that 30 years ago there was a guy that was 30 years old, and he wanted to have $1 million by the time he was 60. So he goes to the bank and asks the banker, what do I need to save for 30 years? So when I am 60, I will have $1 million in the bank. So the banker started calculating, and in that time the interest rate was something like 5%. Right now the CDs are between 2 and 3%. So the banker goes and he starts calculating. He goes back and he tells the guy, well, you need to save $1,600 per month for 30 years at a rate of 5%, and you will have $1 million when you are 60. So the guy left the bank and very, very disappointed, and probably he's still working by now. Now, what if we could have taught him how to win these two battles, the rate of return battles and the tax battle? Look how it drops that numbers. It's almost unbelievable. Let's win these two battles at the time. The rate of return battle, let's say he could have an average of 10% instead of 5%. That takes the number clearly down to $900 a month. Isn't that amazing? Well, look at this, Mr. Client. However, not everybody can save $900 a month, right? So, imagine now, if we help him to put this money away in a place where it can be taxed while it grows, so it will be tax deferred, he just have to put away $400 a month. Now, Mr. Client, do you know people that can put away $400 a month? Yeah, right? That's not that difficult, right? See, a lot of people, that is not a big deal. But it's not about putting away a lot of money. It's putting away what you can and a decent interest rate, reducing taxes and avoiding all the loss on principal. In fact, step 6 is when we are done. A person knows exactly how and when they will be totally financially independent. And if we can do it right, we can shave years off your retirement date. It's really, really neat. Mr. Client, let me ask you this. If you were financially independent right now and you don't have to work anymore, what would you be doing? Well, that's great. Now, think about it. If you are financially independent, you have options, and that is really the point. You can do whatever you want. The other day, I had a second appointment with a couple, and we were talking about the implementation phase. And the wife was really excited. She gets up and she says, you know what? I could go door to door and ask my neighbors, when are they going to be financially independent? And no one of them would be able to tell me. But I do. You know what happened to that couple? It was neat, because that couple became one. Because they knew what their dreams and goals were and when it was going to happen. So this is exciting, and this is step 6. So step 7 is the last one, and it's about estate planning. If you have a living trust, you can leave a legacy instead of a tax problem and headaches for your survivors. A trust sometimes helps avoid the cost of delays of probate and can protect against liability. It's important to have a living trust, a power of attorney. Do you remember the story of Terry Schiavo? Yeah, the lady who becomes incapacitated and had the whole world arguing about what should happen to her. Well, imagine how different it would be if she had a living will. Well, are you concerned? Who will make medical, legal, and financial decisions if you can't? Well, let me ask you, do you already have an attorney or advisors for estate planning? We can totally recommend you somebody who specializes in estate planning or can also use a company that prepares for simple estate planning. I can give you some names if you are interested. So step 7 is really, really neat. Now let me ask you something. From all these steps, if you can pick 2, let me tell you all the steps we went through again, okay? Inspect what you expect, increase cash flow, eliminate debt, develop an emergency cash fund, protect what you have, build long-term and financial independence, and estate planning. From all these, if you can pick 2, which one are your choices? Perfect, good choices. What we will do now, very quickly, but very important, is to prepare a financial need analysis. So we can be sure that my recommendations are perfect fit for you, okay? I will just ask you a few questions to help determine which are your needs and which are your goals and dreams. It's like going to the doctor. I really know what hurts, so I can give you a prescription. Then I will take this back to the office, where we have a very sophisticated system that will help us to develop a plan for your specific needs and dreams, and to help you become financially independent the soonest. And it is awesome. Now let me explain you the cost of all this. When I come back, I expect you some homemade cookies, okay? And some hot chocolate. I'm just kidding. No, seriously, let me explain you. Let me explain you how we really get paid. The companies that you choose to help your goals pay us a referral fee or a commission, so you won't be billed from our services. It's really a win-win scenario. So however, the information that I bring back to you is just the information we put here today. So the more accurate the information, the better plan we will have. So with me here, so please help me here with this, because we are really talking about your financial future. If we do this right, we can shave off years from your retirement date. Now, the question 1, 2, and 3 are yes or no's. There are no maybes. The software that we have, we will develop a killer plan. And if it knows your current situation, it will show us your short and mid-term goals, and how are we gonna take your dreams, okay? So let's start with the F&A. So here we go with the first question. In the next 2 to 3 years, do you plan on making a major purchase? Perfect. Wow, Mr. Client, this is really going to be awesome. When we get back together in a day or 2, so let me see, we have $100 from your IRA, we have $100 from new money, and we have $100 from your life insurance. So that means we have $300 that we are gonna work with. Mr. Client, when we get back together, you are really gonna have a clear picture of how and when you are gonna be financially independent. You know, getting your goals and dreams, and you are really going to love it. But you will need to listen to me, and I will spend some time on this, because I know that you are serious, and we are talking about your life and future here. And this is going to be awesome, really. So this is really going to change the quality on your life, and you are going to owe me big, right? Now, it is important to follow up all that we have been talking about today in the 1 or 2 days. If we meet again in more than 2 days, I will recapitulate everything we just covered. So it has to be soon, right? Because we are talking about your life here. So tell me how your schedule looks for tomorrow. I have open at 10 a.m. and at 3 p.m. Which one would you prefer? Well, Mr. Client, you are going to love what I'm going to show you when I return, really. And Mr. Client, if I can bring you back a plan that you will love, and it will meet your goals and needs, not in an 80 or a 90%, but 100%, a plan that you are going to love. Do you think we can do business together? Perfect. And if we do business together and you love it, because you will, I know you will you feel comfortable referring me to 4 to 5 people that have similar needs? Well, thank you so much.